Perfect. Hey guys, today's design is going to be a functional one. Earlier this week I was going to go buy a water bottle holder because I don't have one on my bike. And then I realized that we got this guy right over here. We don't need to buy a water bottle holder because we're just going to make it. I think it's a great shape to see what the printer can do, and it turned out really well. So let's get into it. So when you're designing, you always want to pick a few goals and constraints, you know, what you want your final product to be. And for this one, we want the water bottle cage to be one piece. We want it to be light and strong. We want it to fit a water bottle, duh. And we want it to print without supports, so that if anyone else tries to print this file, there's no additional setup. They can just open it up, print it, and have the product in their hands. And that's what we're going to look to achieve. Perfect. So on screen is the final model I came up with. We're not going to go over really how long it took me to get to this point because it was a mess. I don't get the chance to make crazy shapes at work, so I just went nuts with this one, made like 7 different designs, threw them all out, came up with this. It's basically a really big cylinder with a bunch of material cut out of it. That's how I thought of it when I was making it. All these holes are for weight reduction. This hole here is for a mounting bolt, and this slot is for mounting. I figured we'd put the slot in case your bike's a little bit out maybe, or is bad print. You can still fit and mount this on your bike and work with it. This notch up here, I researched around and I found out that cycling bottles kind of dip in at 5 inches. So that's where this cup is. It's at 5 inches, and the hope is that when you put the water bottle in, it's going to click in place and give you that secure feeling that your bottle's not about to fall out when you ride away. So that's the design. So let's go over the thought process to getting a design like this. I'll full screen myself for a second. So when you're designing, you can start with nothing and work your way up to a model, or you can start with a shape bigger than your final product and then cut away material until you have the final thing that you're happy with. And that's what we did here. We started with a shape bigger than the water bottle and just removed and edited until we were happy with the final product. So let's represent that in the model. So we start with nothing, and here's the shape. It's bigger than the water bottle. And then we're going to cut, take out material. When you're designing, it's easier to work on just one side and then copy it over. So everything mirrors over. We make some more cuts. We smooth it out, round the corners, and easy as that, right? In my opinion, the most important round or fillet is right here. This fillet, I think, stops the stress concentration from building. So when we insert a water bottle, these arms are going to move that way. And it's going to put a lot of stress right here. And if that's a sharp edge, that's where you're going to have a break. I think even a bigger round would be good there. But anyways, this is what we got. And we're going to hopefully print it like this. I want it to lay on the print bed like that. And if everything works out, it's going to print perfectly like this, first try with no supports. Right? Right. So while this print runs, I'm just going to talk to you guys for a minute. This file is going to be available on Thingiverse as per usual for free. And the step file, if you want to make some of your own edits, as well as the STL file you need, are going to be in the same package. While you're there, I'd encourage you to browse around Thingiverse a little bit, have a look at some files. If there's something that you want printed, or a design you can't find a model for that you want modeled and printed, I'd be happy to do that for you guys. I've got a link to my website in the description below, as well as my email address. And I just encourage you to contact me if that's something you're interested in. Anyways, back to this model. It turned out really well. It printed perfect. I didn't need to clean up really any parts of it. It pulled off the printer like you're seeing here. And as you can see on this part. The screws are fine. They don't poke out at all and touch the bottle, which is awesome. Exactly what we were looking for. And yeah, it seems to work well. All right, so we've printed it. We fit it on the bike. It looks great. Here's one more look at the design and the print. I couldn't be happier with how it turned out. I'm gonna fit this water bottle in it so that you guys can hear the sound of a good fitting design. Are you ready? Pretty good, eh? I think we need one more fit. Awesome. Yeah, can't wait to get out there and use this thing. Pretty happy how it came out. I don't have to go buy one now. Hey. Yeah, we're just going to review maybe some improvements that we could make to the bottle holder and some lessons learned, and wrap this up. Alright, so to critique the design, we could definitely remove a bunch of material in here. It'd be a lot lighter. It'd be weaker though as well, and you'd have to print with supports, I believe, which goes against one of our constraints. Same deal up here. You could shell all this material away, and you'd have a much lighter design, not as strong. Again, you would need supports. And another concept I want to go over with you guys is the layers the 3D printer puts down. So all the layers are horizontal, and our part builds up. Now, when we insert a water bottle into this, these arms are going to expand into the edges of each layer, which is going to make this part very susceptible to breaking. Now, if we wanted a stronger part for that pulling force, we would want to print this standing up so that all our layers go like this. I believe we would get a much stronger piece out of that. We'd have to print with supports because I specifically designed this to be laying down. We'd have to design one specifically for standing up to achieve that, but in the future, that's, I think, how we could make a stronger water bottle holder. Awesome, guys. Thanks for sticking around through another design. To all my viewers, I love you guys. If you like the content, be sure to subscribe. That's the best way you can support the channel right now. As I said earlier, if you have a file you want printed or an idea up here that you want designed and printed, we can work it out. My link to my website's in the description below, as well as my email address. And yeah, you can get in contact with me. So until next time, happy designing, and I'll see you guys next video.